Hey everyone, welcome back to task number 2, passive versus active recon. So let's get right into it. Before the dawn of computer systems and networks, in the art of war, Sun Tzu taught, if you know the enemy and know yourself, your victory will not stand in doubt. If you are playing the role of an attacker, you need to gather information about your target systems. If you are playing the role of a defender, you need to know what your adversary will discover about your systems and networks. Reconnaissance, or recon for short, can be defined as a preliminary survey to gather information about a target. It is the first step in the unified kill chain to gain an initial foothold of a system. We divide reconnaissance into either passive or active. In passive reconnaissance, you rely on publicly available knowledge. If it is the knowledge that you can access from the publicly available resources without directly engaging with the target. Think of it like you are looking at a target territory from afar without stepping foot on that territory. So he's looking through binoculars here. Passive reconnaissance activities include many activities, for instance, looking up DNS records, checking job ads related to the target website, reading news articles about the target company. Just as a little side note, this is often how you get a lot of business email compromise. This is how you end up on people's radar. Because attackers are actively socially listening, and the bigger the company, the more likely they are to put you on the radar. Because what happens is when you announce something, that usually starts up the business email compromise, in my experience. So for instance, if you won an award, if your company won some award and you're in a newspaper or some kind of industry circular or whatever it is, or whatever, on some website, you'll end up starting to see they'll start testing you with different emails. That's always been my experience. So back to the class. So active reconnaissance, on the other hand, cannot be achieved so discreetly. It requires direct engagement with the target. Think of it like when you check the locks on the doors and windows, among other potential entry points. So again, this guy's trying to actually pick the lock. So examples of active reconnaissance activities include connecting to one of the company's servers, such as HTTP, FTP, and SMTP, calling the company in an attempt to gain information, social engineering, and entering company premises, preparing to be a repairman, which is impersonation. Considering the invasive nature of active reconnaissance, one can quickly get into legal trouble unless one obtains proper legal authorization. So now we will jump right to the questions. You visit the Facebook page of the target company, hoping to get some of their employee names. What kind of reconnaissance activity is this? A for active and P for passive. So that's going to be passive because there is no logs when we go to a Facebook account. It's just going to be us as guests. You don't really have any logs or any way of figuring out who was actually there, and that is a correct answer. Question number 2, you ping the IP address of the company web server to check if ICMP traffic is blocked. What kind of reconnaissance activity is this? And that's going to be active, because you're actively engaging with the website. And that obviously is going to generate traffic, and obviously someone should be looking at those logs, and they could see, hey, someone is trying to actively ping our site. Web server, which is even more cause for traffic and logs. You happen to meet the IT administrator at the target company at a party. You try to use social engineering to get more information about their systems and network infrastructure. What kind of reconnaissance activity is this? Obviously, it's A for active, because you're directly engaging with them. And that is it. So, again, so if you're actively engaging with them, talking to people, calling them, pinging their web servers, it's going to be active. And if you're doing other things that are publicly available, like going to their website, going to a job board like Indeed, going to their Facebook account, looking for them in the news, doing social listening, that's all passive reconnaissance, just to gain a better profile or build a better profile of the company. So that is it for task number 2. I will see you all in task number 3, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comments, and I will get to them as quickly as I possibly can. Thank you very much.